Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So we have got the celebration info for Global, closing in on that sync. We'll have this celebration, right, kind of like this month. We'll have anniversary, and then after anniversary, there's probably only going to be, I'd imagine, one more celebration. So my guess is that there's 3 celebrations left before the sync. This, anniversary, and probably Topo at the start of August, but we will see. Okie dokie, so let's go ahead and jump in. New SSR characters will show up in the Dokkan Festival. Oh, I didn't really look at this too much ahead of time. We would probably be able to figure out instantly from this, if Trunks is going to be on FRIEZA's banner, or if there's going to be, like, a future Saga category banner. Like, I remember they've done it very few times. They did it on JP. Golden Week of 2019 was AGL Zamasu and the Tech Sorta Hope Trunks. And Gowasu and Zamasu released, but they were on a separate Future Saga banner. I remember they were on Tech Trunks' banner, unfeatured, but then they were featured on a separate, I think it was Future Saga banner, and then that was essentially kind of like Zamasu's, I guess, banner unit, even though they were unfeatured on Trunks' banner. And then the other character was Int Mai's Dokkan Awakening, right? Int Mai obviously had been in the game for years at that point. So, a bunch of events, including Dokkan Event, EZA, and Battlefield. With this, Global is 1 Battlefield behind JP. Right now, Global's 1 Battlefield and 1 World Tournament behind, although the World Tournament has been sitting in the data for 2 weeks now. Alright, so we have logins, we have missions. By the way, Final Form Frieza, we are ready for your Dokkan Fest. Absolutely. Then we have the... Oh! That's a W. Okay. Now, the only thing we're looking for at this point is that there is only going to be 7 featured units. That's the other thing. Because if we just pull up JP's banner real quick, this is what JP's banner was right here. Now, AGL Bardock, I would argue, is locked in because he's going to EZA for this celebration. So he's not going anywhere. You get rid of one of these two. Like, get rid of Ginyu. Like, I know people are like, oh, no, we love Ginyu. No, he sucks. He's out of here. Until his EZA shows up, no way. Although I guess he is kind of like super semi-runnable. Kinda. Like super kinda. Alright, but like he gets smoked, right? So get rid of like one of these two down here and you just slide in Trunks. I am praying that they do not up this to 8 featured SSRs. That would be just so dirty, so grimy of Dokkan to do. It's good that Trunks was just added onto the banner. Kind of goofy, but it's much better this way than if they would do like a separate banner. Now, again, we're just looking for 7 featured units. FRIEZA, global players, if you're curious, I would argue is like a must skip. I mean, bro, you can't. This kills him, is this right here. Besides Frieza himself, the 2 best characters on on Frieza's team is going to be Physical Kid Buu, who's not Terrifying Conqueror, and Hirudegarn, who's not Terrifying Conqueror. Those are Frieza's the best units on Frieza's team. Thus is one of the huge issues with this guy, right? Is he has no help. I compared Frieza, I think 2018 LeBron against the Warriors had more help than First Form Frieza. So I would just not, bro, no way. You can't summon for this. You can't. You gotta skip. And I know Trunks looks enticing. Trunks literally has the exact same problem that Frieza does. I literally, just before recording this, I just finished Rose and Trunks' links. I'm probably not going to do another video today, though, so those will be, like, the first videos I do tomorrow. But Trunks is going to have a very similar problem, because Time Travelers, I do not think is that good, and the best Time Traveler characters don't synergize well with Trunks. So I think Trunks will have a similar issue to Frieza, so you're just so much better off not summoning. And, Anniversary's coming up. Beast Gohan, who, again, the way I word it is, since I started rainbowing every character on their initial banner, again, I believe the first Dokkan Fest was Future Gohan. I think Bardock came out like 2 weeks before Future Gohan. So it's like since Because there's Evolution Blue Vegeta, who I did not rainbow on his first banner, and then LR Bardock I rainbowed, and then Future Gohan I rainbowed, and then I've rainbowed every single character on their initial banner since. Beast Gohan is the best character I've ever used, like, since I started rainbowing characters day one. So, just understand that. Then there's packs, which you could buy. I sure wish we could get these on JP and get box space, but, you know, life sucks. That's how it is. Stone Sale, Elder Kai. There's, of course, the Metal Support campaign. So, the Team Bardock growth campaign, I did a full-on video going over all of the details of this, if you guys are curious. I guess I'll just pause while I scroll down. Yeah, here we go, right here. I went ahead and went through the full details of this, getting all of the various different missions done and stuff like that. I mean, it's a fun little thing, right? Like, do Super Battle Road stages, the Team Bardock Super Battle Road stages, get the LR Team Bardock Easy Aid, who, of course, is going to be brand new in the data. Finally, with this celebration, you're able to rainbow the LR Team Bardock and Easy Aid them, so that's going to be good. It's just a bunch of content to get done, so that's fine. Then there's the new couple of quest mode stages. That is including the stage I'm grinding right now, which I think for free-to-play players, stuff like that, is certainly the most stamina-efficient stage. 34-4, I think, is a really good link level stage. My recommendation for players, as always, is to not really worry about, like, oh my god, I gotta, you know, put on my miner's hat and my pickaxe and get in the coal mines and start grinding links all day, every day. All you have to do is do your 3 boosts per day, 1, 2, 3, and 34-4, and you're probably going to be good to go. You'll get your characters, at least the important links to the level you want, pretty quickly if you just do that. I like people. I understand why a lot of people don't really like link leveling so much. It makes a ton of sense to me. But it is pretty easy, I think, to just do like 3 boosted runs per day. Like, that's not much at all. Then this loser shows up. So I finally, I dropped the video in detail going over exactly how bad the event is. And maybe it's a little hard to see, but there's a red X on the best right there. So it's worst event. But this event is really bad. If you guys want to check that one out, you could see it's just, you know, for every... Bro, like, there's just hundreds of bad equips to get, like, one good equip. Like, it's nuts. It's actually insane how bad this event is, how much of a scam it is, considering stamina does have, like, a correlation to, like, real life money, because you use stamina, and then to refresh it, you have to use stones, which have, again, like, real life money value on them. So, like, in order to get good equips, and, like, a decent amount of good equips, you have to be grinding this all day, every day, and it's stupid. The one good thing about it, although the pull rates are terrible, is there's going to be missions at the start to get to do it, and you'll get, like, the special tickets. Every banner that comes out, they'll drop a special chest, which gives you equips for a certain category, right? My recommendation, and then there's going to be a daily mission. Every single day it's a daily to do the stage once, and you get 1 ticket, right? So my recommendation is to save all your tickets, and then, you know, down the line, you know, the comparison I made in this video was that maybe, like, Worldwide Download Celebration at Dokkan Fest LR be Super Vegito, and he would introduce the DBZ hero category. Like, you know, when we get some character where it's like pure Saiyan category equips are available, or, you know, Hybrid Saiyan, or, you know, Superhero, or, you know, like some, you know, the Super Saiyan category, like some big ass category like that, that's when you use those tickets, and you'll be able to get some good equips. The rates are pretty bad. It's skewed so far against the chances of getting a good equip, it's unfair, but that's the major problem. If everything had an equal value, like, chance to get in there, sure, the event would be much better, but guess what? It's not. It's, you know, it's not at all. Then, first one FRIEZA is getting his Dokkan event. Sure, very deserved. There's the new Dragon Ball story. This is where global players will be able to grind out the Goku, Krillin, and Bulma LR. Definitely does seem like a fairly solid free-to-play character. I think that just kind of, like, team is a bit of an issue for them. Maybe a little bit more defensive mechanics, they'd be a bit stronger, but... the second movie Red Zone is showing up. This is going to get new stages throughout the month, eventually leading to Beerus and Golden Frieza stages. Beerus is probably the hardest fight in the red zone. Golden Frieza, I mean, he's tough, but he's not like a special. Beerus gets pretty nasty pretty fast, and you can't dodge Beerus, which is kind of like well, once his territory is up anyway, and his rage mode thing is kind of up. But, you know, a new red zone, of course, is not a bad thing. Then there's the new battlefield right there. Of course, you're going to be able to easy Babidi and Dabura. They're a fairly solid free-to-play character as well, as long as you're using them on the Majin Buu Saga team. Bardock is going to be easying. Which, I mean, he's not in here yet. Oh, well, I guess this is proof that these two... Wait. 1, 2, 3... Oh, wow. No, they're not actually going to make it an 8-featured unit banner, dude. They're all there. Yeah, Gohan and Piccolo. Ginyu. Turles. Rose is obviously there because of Trunks. Tech Bardock, AGL Bardock. They're going to make it an 8-feature banner. That banner. An 8-featured unit banner. That's a scam. They're going to do it because all their events are right here. That's so crazy. That's so nuts, dude. They're going to make it an 8. What bastards they are if they do that. Dude. I know some of y'all out there are going to say, oh, he's nitpicking. It's not a big deal. But, bro, it was a 7. Literally, this Trunks is one of my worst shafts ever last night. Like, it was so bad. And it was a 7-featured unit banner right here. Yeah, it was a 7-unit banner. And I had 3 Trunkses and 7,000 stones or something like that. Like, it was crazy. So, that's crazy that they're doing that. What assholes if they do go through with that. A couple of EZA areas. Yep, there's the AGL Bardock EZA. That, of course, is on the 7th. So, next Friday, AGL Bardock's going to come out. If you're curious, AGL Bardock is not good. He's one of those characters where, you guys, remember, the golden advice you guys could take away from me, because some people hate, like, seemingly everything I say, but one thing I would want people to take heed of is don't really focus so much on what the character could do. Focus on what they do. That's my number one advice about Dokkan characters. Because Bardock potentially could be really good. But, you know, what actually happens is the fight starts and he has 100k defense and he dies. That's what happens. Chilled, this is the final Super Strike for Global, right? Unless they do, you know, Piccolo Jr. and Kibito and stuff like that. I would love if they did, because Kibito in particular, we've never had a solo Kibito character besides that, right? Like, if we go over here, and we go to this, and then a 7 Kibito. That's it. It's just, this is the only one. You can't get him anymore. Like, I don't have this guy. Kibito. That's so crazy. They gotta, bro. Come on. They gotta give us my man's Kibito back. They gotta do it. So there's that. There's Chilled. Here's, of course, Patan Battle right there. The legendary Frieza event's gonna show up with a bunch of missions. You can get orbs for Frieza characters and stones. That, of course, is fun. The event is not nearly as tough as a Red Zone, but, I mean, if we look at this from a global perspective, we just had the Buu Saga Red Zone, which does have a fight that's, like, 9th Anniversary Supreme Battle Spectacle level for sure. Then there's the second movie Red Zone, which Beerus and Golden Frieza are legitimate fights at the end of it. Hirudegarn is a real fight as well in there, too. And then, you know, you're going to be going right into 9th Anniversary with Supreme Battle Spectacle and all the insanity, the Cell Max fight, all that craziness, right? So, in truth, there's like 20 tough fights right now that are all legitimate fights. So this being like a mid-level event, I see no issue with that. Another Dragon Ball story in this celebration, that's going to come with the Super Saiyan Goku support memory. And then a couple of Super Battle Road stages down there. So, seems like a decent celebration right here. Nothing really too crazy, but it's definitely not ass either, I would say. So, let me know what you guys think of the Global First Form Frieza celebration. We are not sure what Part 2 is going to be. There's 2 choices. I think the obvious and likely one would be Ginyu. LR Ginyu. And then probably coming with more Freeze event missions, and it comes with the completion of that Team Bardock, like, kind of like growth campaign as well. But I guess, I mean, with Trunks arriving on Global, there's a chance that whatever the Part 2 LR is, I think it could be Blue Vegeta, Blue Goku. I think like Kefla is potentially in the mix as well. Maybe that will drop on Global, and we'll see. I think if the Part 2 LR for Goku Black comes out, then I think Super Easy Physical Goku Black will come to Global this month. If it's Ginyu, then I think the Tech Super Easy Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks will come to Global this month. So I think Global's going to get one of those two, and then I think the other one will probably come... Well, I guess I don't know. I don't... Of those two Yellow Coin LRs, one is coming out this month, and the other's going to be in limbo with... I've got no clue where. Maybe they'll drop both this month. That'd be fire, I guess, but... Let me know what you guys think. Catch y'all next time.